All right, everybody. Today we're going to be learning how to create various modules. A module, M-O-D-U-L-E, is basically a unit that is used and repeated to build an overall form. Today we're going to be learning how to create the spiral module, as well as some ring modules and some variations of the spiral. So for this, all you need are 6 tubes and a glue stick and possibly another cylindrical object like a marker. So the first step is to flatten one of your tubes. If you rolled them very, very tight, it's going to be hard to flatten, and you can sort of crush them a little bit with your thumb and finger to make it more pliable. So we have a flattened tube, and all you need to do is fold up one end. Make sure the opposite end has the hole opening facing up. So see how that's like a tube flattened and there's sort of like a hole here? That should face up, and that will give you a nice seal at the end of the spiral. So the spiral module starts with kind of folding the end a little bit to get a buildup of a little pinched tube. So it's basically like rolling the bigger tubes, but this time you want to keep it very compressed and just pinch and roll. Keep your attention on the spiral the whole time. Sometimes by the time I get to this point, I pinch it like this, and I can pull and pinch and pull or wrap around. So I'm kind of like wrapping the paper around by the time I get to this size. Pull it tight if you want the spiral to be very strong. So the reason why I asked for that opening to be up is so when you get to the end, this little opening can get glued flat and you don't have like a hole on the surface. You're going to take your glue stick, you'll glue just the end. You don't have to glue as you go, and you're going to press and pinch and hold your spiral for 20 to 30 seconds. A little helpful tool you could use is get a binder clip, and you can use this to squeeze your spiral together so that you can work on another one while this one is drying. Okay? Another fun module is to take your tube, squish it flat, just like the first one, and instead of making a small closed spiral, you can make a hoop or something that has a hollow center. And we can glue gems or other objects in there that you want. Flatten that tube. Take a cylindrical object like a glue stick. Wrap. Make sure that this hole is facing up again. Wrap this around once. Put a little bit of glue right about here so that when this folds over, it stays together. Use your glue stick as your form. Just spin it and you can wrap around. And then when you get to the end, just like before, you'll need glue to get that stuck. Slide it off of your form and you have a hoop. And again, you can use your binder clip to hold that tight. Some variations are when taking your spiral, you can actually pinch to create a teardrop shape. This teardrop shape can be used in a variety of ways, but it looks very much like a flower petal. So if you would like to create a flower, you could pinch your spiral and attach it to a circle or hoop and create like a flower form. Some people need to pinch their spirals just to wedge them in as they're gluing. Another option is to make a spiral and basically keep the center loose so that you have an open spiral. So that's another module I'd like you to try today. These are the items I'd like to see in front of you. Okay. Lastly, if you would like to create more of a square module, you would take your spiral, squeeze the top and bottom together, and then squeeze the sides very firmly, and you'll get more of like a cube. So if you'd rather build with something that looks a little bit more like a brick, you would take the spiral module, you would squeeze the sides at the same time, top and bottom, left and right. Okay. So I want to see 5 different modules. I'd like to see the cube. I'd like to see the teardrop. I'd like to see the standard spiral, an open spiral, and a hoop. So that's 5 different modules today. Good luck.